Rock upon Yahweh, rock upon Yahweh Shai, 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 rock upon Yahweh, rock upon Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Alright, so Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh, which is the name of the Most High in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew. Yahweh Shai, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Now, the name of this video is going to be God Bless America, You're Out of Your Damn Mind. Okay, or something along those lines. Okay, because it's on the back of the currency. It says in God we trust. Now, I don't even need to show you that because you can get your wallet if you're lucky enough to have anything in there. Inside joke. But you can pull out $1 or something, and you can see that on the bill it says "In God We Trust." Now, the question that remains is, what God is that talking about? That certainly is not talking about the God of the Scriptures. That certainly can't be the case. Because what does this country do? Everything this country does is in violation of the Scriptures. Okay? Now the Scriptures speak about we'll even get that scripture, so I'll hold myself back on making that statement yet. Okay, but I want to open up with this scripture. Okay. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 6. For the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keep them against the mighty day of their punishment. Okay, now why am I reading that scripture? Because it says, for the Lord hates sinners and ungodly people. Okay, now, if you know the scriptures, you know that that America is Babylon the Great in the Holy Scriptures. Okay? So the Most High is against America, man. In fact, just to prove that statement, because everything we say, we take precept upon precept to prove our belief, I'm going to show you in this Holy Scriptures where the Lord clearly is against America. Okay? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 17. And let's start at verse 16, but the main point is in verse 17. It says, and the 10 horns which thou saw upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and they shall eat her flesh, and they shall burn her with fire. For Yahweh have put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. So wait a second, let's read that verse again. For Yahweh have put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. But so it says that the Lord have put his will into their hearts. Okay, so this is the Lord's will, what they're doing. Okay? And you see it, man. Alright, well, that beast in Revelation 17th chapter, that's talking about the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, where they call themselves NATO, okay, which is an assembly of nations teamed together as one. So they're all going to team up to fight against America. Okay, the scriptures speak about shoot at her with your arrows. Now, what are those arrows speaking of? If you know the scriptures, those arrows are referring to ICBM nuclear missiles. Okay. And we might even touch on that a little bit later. Let's see. Revelation chapter 16. Revelation chapter 16 and verse 18. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, so such as was not since men were upon the earth. So mighty an earthquake and so great, that great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came into remembrance before Yahweh, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the wrath of his fierceness. Now, what is that great earthquake? That great earthquake is talking about nuclear missiles. Okay, there's also, the prophets also described stars falling from heaven. Now that's not referring to an actual star falling from the sky. That's actually referring to nuclear missiles. It's just in a parabolic way of saying it. Okay, that's why the scriptures say, "For my secrets were revealed unto the servants, the prophets." Okay, um, let's see. Let's get Isaiah. Let's even go ahead and go to the book of Isaiah, the 47th chapter. Oh, look at that. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yoshai. Look at that verse. Isaiah chapter 48 and verse 22. There is no peace, saith Yahweh, unto the wicked. Let's read that again. Isaiah chapter 48, verse 22. There is no peace, says the Lord, unto the wicked. Right, so the Lord isn't going to bring peace to America. The scriptures tell you in the book of Ecclesiastes, there is a time for peace, but there is a time for war. Okay, so right now, this is that time of war, man. Okay? The scriptures say, let me see if I can remember that precept, because it's been such a long time since I brought that up. I can't remember that one. But there was a good precept that could have been mentioned to back this all up. The precept that says they shall think themselves to be in good a cause, or good case, I guess we could say, but then war was on the doorstep, nearly paraphrasing the scripture. Don't know that one by heart. Let's see. And it also goes into the day of the Lord as well. Okay, because these Christians teach about when Jesus comes back, he's gonna come love everybody, right? Coming to give out lollipops and rainbows. But we'll even have to do another separate lesson on the day of the Lord as well, man. Okay, because when the Lord returns, he isn't coming to love everybody. Okay, the scriptures say that the Lord shall threaten, and who should not be beaten to powder at his presence. That's in the book of 2nd Ezra, 16th chapter. Okay, now let's read some things that the Most High is saying against Mystery Babylon here. Okay, and let's see if Jesus is sitting there blessing America. Now, for one, why should America receive blessings? What have America done? Let me say this, man. Anybody watching this, if you disagree with what I'm saying, well, please tell me. Give me 5 good reasons, or at least 2 good reasons on why the Lord would bless the United States of America. And if you cannot do so, well, you're not intelligent enough to come against what we're saying. Okay? So if you want to sit there and boldly make such a bold, what's what I'm looking for? Such a bold statement, we'll say, well, you have to be able to prove your statement. Okay? So if you are right, then why did the Lord bless America? What have this country done to receive a blessing? Why should the Lord not bless the Russians? Or the Moabites, the so-called Chinese people? Why is nobody saying God bless China? Why is nobody saying God bless the Russians? Why is it America? Why is it God bless America? What has America done that she should receive blessings of the Lord? And don't even bring up, well, America's a nation under God. Okay, you said. More importantly, what God is that? Because it's not the God of the Bible. Because America is in pure violation of every scripture written. In fact, there is not one law written in the scriptures that this country has not broken 1,000 times over. Okay? And that same can't be said about Russia. Well, the Russians are Edomites and they'll be taken into captivity. Because the Lord don't love them either. But with that being said, America, as scriptures say, Revelation the 17th chapter. And that woman that you saw when John seen the vision of the beast and the whore, he said, and that woman that you saw was that great city that reigns over the kings of the earth. And why is that? That's talking about America, because as Hillary Clinton said herself when she was running for office, that once something is pushed in America, the whole world follows. So you see, she knows, man. She knows. All right? Or I should say they know, man. They know these things. Why do you think if you have that movie, The Planet of the Apes, the original one, okay, not sure the date, but it was the original one, all right, the first movie out of the series. The ending of the movie, It ended up, which you would have to watch the full movie to understand it. But basically, um, man, I don't know the guy's name. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but he ended up coming to a world where apes were in rulership. But the plot twist was at the end of the movie that the world he came to was actually the Earth, but America was destroyed by a nuclear war, and the only thing left was the Statue of Liberty sticking out of the sand. And I kid you not, listen here, man. If that is not enough to prove that they know these scriptures, they threw one thing else in there just to prove that they know. And I was the first brother to point this out on YouTube. So, hey, you heard this first from Yasha from ETT and Time Teachers. If you go on that, if you have it on DVD, which I do, if you go to that very scene, right? If you look at the name of the scene, because in the movies they name the scenes. The name of the scene where the Statue of Liberty was, laying in the sand where America was destroyed after the nuclear war. The name of this very scene is named the Revelation. They know, man. They know these things. They know that Revelation, the 18th chapter, is talking about America. They know that, man. Okay? So y'all like you damn fools, Seventh-day Adventists. Oh, let's talk about the Vatican. No, you're a goddamn fool, man. The Vatican, how the hell can the Vatican be the Babylon the Great? The Vatican City is 2 square miles long. I mean, goddamn, I walked 3 damn miles this morning, man. To somewhere and then goddamn back. So I could have just walked through the damn Vatican just about 3 goddamn times, man. You're gonna tell me that's Babylon the Great? You're nothing but a goddamn fool. Or as I like to say, that brother's nothing but phony baloney, man. An aside joke. Or that one brother, I gotta make this joke. That one brother, he calls himself Dreadlord, right? Or is, used to call himself the Southern Israelites. All right. Um, that guy. Oh, Babylon the Great is the Vatican. Blacks are not the real Israelites. God is not black. Hey, look, man, I have not seen a sucker that soft since Banicula. Okay, shout out to anybody who knows what that is. All right, but I'll say it again. That brother Dreadlord, I have not seen a sucker as soft as him since Banicula, man. Inside joke. Anyway, let's move on. Isaiah chapter 47. And this is talking about America here, so let's see what God has to say. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O thou virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no longer be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind mill. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and shall not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent, and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no longer be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people, and I have polluted mine inheritance, and gave them unto thine hand, and thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient have thou heavily laid thy yoke. And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Right, and that's the spirit of America, right? You see how these Americans are, man. All right, they're prideful. Oh, America's number one, which indeed America is number one. Indeed, America is the top nation in the world. That's true, which proves our argument that America is Babylon. Now, how did America get to this high seat, so to speak? The Lord did give this country that high seat of power. That's true. Just like the Lord said, about Pharaoh in the land of Egypt. The Lord said, "For I gave Pharaoh his seat of power, so I could bring him down and show my power through him." Okay, so that the earth would then know my name. Okay, so the Lord is doing the same thing with America. It's not the Lord's on America's side. No. You ever hear the saying, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer? Okay, so the Lord was working with the enemy, giving them, letting them win these wars, keep, gaining those riches, okay, and that power, so he can bring them all down. And it's even in this very chapter, it says, the most proud shall stumble and fall. Right, so, and that's, once again, that's referring to America there. Okay? So, the Lord did not bless this country. Anybody who is teaching that is a goddamn fool. Okay? Anybody teaching that does not know these holy scriptures. Okay? The scriptures say, for he that gathers not with me, he scatters abroad. Right, so if you're not coming with this same doctrine that we're teaching, okay, specifically ETT, right, that my group, End Time Teachers, or Great Millstone, GMS, if you're not teaching what we're teaching, you are not teaching the scriptures correctly, okay? Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I got the whole truth like Elder Tahar, because I don't have the full truth. I'm still learning. I'm still, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm still growing in this truth, okay? I'm still a young man in this truth. Okay, even the elders of Great Millstone would tell you, even though they've been in this for, 20, 30 years, they'll say, yeah, we learn something new every day, which is true. You learn something new every day, as they like to say, man. Okay? Let's see. It says, therefore, hear now this, that are given to pleasures, that dwells carelessly. Oh, we'll stop there for a second. That dwells carelessly. That's what America does. You can eat any type of foods that you want. Yeah, in certain states you can go sleep with animals, or you can be a homosexual, right? That she dwells carelessly, that says in her heart, I am, and there is none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Right, now, that once again, that's America, man. Okay, she says there is none else beside me. And it's true. What is the number one nation on the earth? And the answer is that's America, man. Okay, America is the place that you go to get rich, man. And when you read in Revelation, it says, and in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all who were slain upon the earth. And people use that verse, and also when it speaks about the merchandise that's sold here, one of the merchandises, it mentions the souls of men. Okay, it says slaves and the souls of men. Guys see, well, see, that's talking about the Roman Catholic Church, because there's no slavery in America. Well, for one, you clearly are willfully ignorant, because you've probably never heard of something called the deep dark web. Okay, which if you go on there, you can buy people as slaves, man. Which either, use them for sexual matters or other matters. You can buy people off the dark web. Okay? So that's one answer. Second of all, another answer to that question is countries like China, Japan, and India. Okay. And I mean, there's many more mentions, but I'm just going to mention those three. Over there, there's a lot of hardcore labor over there. There is here in America. That's true. Labor conditions are not good. But with that being said, if you go over to India, China, even Japan, over there, man, they got, even children working in those factories, man. Which at least America ain't doing that. They completely go against that. Which the Lord is not against children working. Okay? In the ancient world, it's you either help carry wood or you ain't eating tonight. You know what I mean? Which is good. That's good. Children are supposed to be taught how to be an adult, so that when they become an adult, which is at puberty, not 18. Anybody teaching that doesn't know what they're talking about. So they would then know how to be an adult. Okay? So if you go over to those countries, those children and stuff, they have them in slavery, working for, little wages. Okay, which we're all in slavery. Okay, even though you're making money, that doesn't make you free. Even back in Egypt, we still got paid wages for our labor. Okay, but the scriptures say, Haggai chapter 1 verse 6, he who earns wages, he earns wages to put in a bag full of holes. And why is that? Because when you get paid, it's all going to the bills that they throw upon you. Okay, and again, they had to pay you something so you can stay alive, so you can keep coming back and work for them. That's just common sense. Okay, so even when we were slaves in Egypt, we still got paid for our labors. Okay? Just like here in America, we're in bondage. This is slavery. But we are still paid for our labor. But again, you're getting crumbs. Okay? You're not getting nothing big. Okay? You ain't getting much for your labor, man. Okay? But again, even in those countries, they're getting paid even less. Working hours on end, making maybe $3, $4 an hour. They're in slavery even worse than we are. Okay, but again, they're really in slavery to this country because what's going on is they're enslaved over there, making these goods that are sent over to this country and sold here for a profit. Okay, that's why the scriptures say. See if we can go ahead and get that. And you see, this is how you get the knowledge and understanding of these scriptures, man. Because you see, Christians can't explain these things the way we do. Okay, let me see. Let's start here. Revelation chapter 18, verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, they shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And the merchants of the earth, they shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buys their merchandise any more. Wait a second. Over in the goddamn Vatican, ain't nobody selling merchandise in the Vatican. You come here to America to sell your merchandise, man. And it's just a goddamn fact. Have you ever seen those cargo ship, man? Those cargo ships? Slovakia if I stutter. But if you ever seen those, man, they got $500 million of merchandise, if not over $1 billion of merchandise, coming from these other countries to be sold here in America for a major profit, man. Okay, but guess what? Those merchandises, they were made from probably children who are working for, a couple cents or a couple dollars an hour, or a couple of dollars a day for that, with that being said. But it's all being sent over here to this country to be sold for major profit. Okay, so once this country goes down, they're going to be, well, who are we going to sell this to now? You can't take this to the Vatican. You can't take this to the Russians. You can't take this over back to damn China to sell it. Okay, which I mean, it's a goddamn shame because even America, I kid you not, man. When I went to damn Dollar Tree and damn Walmart, if you look on the back of the American flags, it says they're made in damn China. How goddamn funny is that, man? That the top country in the world, they're having another country make miniature flags so they can be sold here in America. Just thought that was damn funny, man. So here it is, you got the American flag, but if you look on the back of it, it was made in China. Damn ridiculous, man. But it just shows you, man. It just shows you. All right. Let's even read the merchandises real quick. And I only got like 6 minutes, not even left of this recording. So if it cuts off, well, hey, I hope it was edifying. It says the merchandise of gold and silver, and precious stones and pearls, and fine linen, and purple and silk and scarlet, and all fine wood, and all manner vessels of ivory, and all most precious wood and brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour, wheat and beast and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and the souls of man. Right, so all those merchandises that were mentioned are sold in America in great abundance. That can't be said about any other nation in the world. Okay? Let's see. It says back in Isaiah 47. Isaiah 47 verse 9. But these two things shall come unto thee in a moment, and in a day the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come unto thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and thou hast said, None seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it has perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and there is none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come unto thee, and thou shalt not know from whence it rises. And mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come unto thee, suddenly, when thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be that thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Verse 14, Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before. Thus shall they be unto thee, with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter. None shall save thee. Right, nobody can save America from what's happening. Okay, which, even, you see people aren't doing good, man. Okay, like, for example, I walked down to damn Sunoco earlier, right, when I went on my long walk. You always see, people walking by, driving by. Everybody's, always upset and in a depressed mood. And why is that? Because, when you go back to Revelation, the 18th chapter, the first verse, where it speaks about, the matter of fact, let's even get that verse. Because that verse is actually speaking about America now. That's not talking about after. Revelation 18:1, and after these things, or actually, second verse, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen and is fallen. It has become the habitation of devils, and the hole of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Right, now, those foul spirits are talking about the people here, man. All right? Most of the people are always in a negative, state of mind, man. And why is that? Because this is all of this is made for a reason, man. Okay, with the whole adolescence thing. Adolescence was created so these drug companies could make tens of billions of dollars off of the suffering of so-called teens from, antidepressants, or as I call them, anti-psycho drugs. Inside joke. But that lie, which was created 100 years ago, I would argue and say that they have made. If we add the clothing companies, drug companies, entertainment industries, this lie, the lie of adolescence, has brought in. I would argue and say multi-trillion dollars. Multi-trillion dollars, man. Okay, as in it could be a few trillion. I would boldly make such a statement on such a thing. Okay, and why is that? Because all of these evil things have been created so this country can make money. But anyway, with that being said, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yashai. Hope that was edifying. If that being said, I want to say shalom.